We're gonna keep this train rolling. Hey guys, my name is Notch, and welcome back to Pokemon SoulSilver. Last time, we went over the first batch of Pokemon that I really need to do for bios, and now we're gonna continue on with the second batch. Alright, let's start things off on a good note with Tangrowth. Tangrowth is a very bulky physical attacker. Tangela needed an evolution, and it got a fairly decently good one. At the cost of having to learn Ancient Power to fully evolve it, you can get yourself, of course, Tangrowth. There's nothing really else to say about Tangrowth where, yes, like most grass types, Chlorophyll is going to help it a lot. Tangrowth is a very slow Pokemon, so it definitely needs the Sunny Day boost with Chlorophyll. So try to have like a Sun Summoner in the party if you're going to use Tangrowth. Next one on the list is Vaporeon. Vaporeon! This is the definition of Water-type bulk. It is bulky, it is strong, and it's decently fast. All it needs is a Water Stone from Eevee, and you've got yourself a really good Water type that can learn a lot of Ice-type moves to boot. Next one on the list is Flareon. Flareon! Really good physical attacker. It's just most Fire-type moves aren't physical, at least not added in this generation. Some are, but not a whole lot. So it doesn't get to utilize its high attack stat to the fullest, therefore it gets hindered a lot. I have used the Flareon in the past, and it was my first ever evolution that I got to play with, and it really didn't do all that well. I mean, if you were somehow to manage getting some physical Fire-type moves, this thing could hit hard. But just go for different coverages and all that. Like most evolutions, it can learn like a bunch of moves and all that. You're gonna need a Firestone to get it into Flareon. Next one is Jolteon. Jolteon, really fast Pokemon. It's fast, it's strong on the special side, but it's frail on the most part. And surprisingly, it can learn a fair few of Bug-type moves. Like, the one I know the most is Pin Missile, of all things. Yeah. So, if you want yourself a really fast Electric type and didn't go for Electrode, Jolteon is like the second best pick for, like, Kanto Electric types. You're gonna need a Thunderstone for Eevee to evolve it into Jolteon. Next one is Umbreon. Umbreon is the wall of the evolutions, being good in the physical and special department. It doesn't have that good of an attacking stat, so it's mainly there just to set up a lot of stuff. Tank hits, set up, all that jazz. It is a friendship evolution, and it has to be at night. If you were to do it in the daytime, you would get Espeon. So you have to do it at night if you want Umbreon. Next one is Kingdra. Kingdra, the much-needed evolution for Seadra, because Seadra was dog shit in Gen 1. Kingdra got the really good typing of Water Dragon, only having one weakness. Dragon. That was before Fairy types, but this is not Gen 6. So, it is really good. It's basically just a really good mixed attacker with just balanced stats across the board. Downside to getting Kingdra, though, is that it is a trade evolution, and you're gonna need the Dragon Scale just to evolve it into Kingdra. Horsies and Seadras have the rare chance of holding the Dragon Scale, so if you do manage to find one holding a Dragon Scale, that's an easy Kingdra for you. If you don't, it is found, I'm pretty sure it was at Mount Mortar, or the Whirl Islands. It's in one of the two areas, so if you couldn't find one, find a Horsey or Seadra holding one, it's in one of those locations. But the payoff is really good. Just the downside, you're gonna need to have a friend. Next one is a Heart Gold exclusive, and that is Gliscor. Gliscor! If you manage to get this thing, it is a fantastic, fast, physical attacker. Ground Flying is a really good typing, and it kind of sucked that Gligar didn't have Gliscor back in the old days of Gen 2. But this is Gen 4, and it got a needed evolution. Real bad downside. The evolutionary item to evolve Gligar into Gliscor is locked behind the Battle Frontier. It's the only way of getting it without trading it from like Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. So, if you want to grind up all of those points just to get the Razor Fang? Razor Fang for Gliscor. Payoff is really good. It's a bit of a grind to get, but it's really good. Next one on the list is Piloswine. Piloswine is a really defensive physical attacker. Downside, it's majorly slow. Like, really slow. I've used Piloswine on many playthroughs, and it is good, it's just hard to maintain because it's not going to outspeed most things. Therefore, I just gave it a Quick Claw. That helps, like, most, slow Pokemon. Just give it a Quick Claw. Ice and Ground is a really good typing, a lot of good coverages and all that, and since this is Gen 4, it utilizes its high attack stat very well. And since this is Gen 4, the next Pokemon is Mamoswine. Mamoswine! It takes the attack stat and boosts it even higher! It is so good to use! This thing is honestly the dragon killer of this generation. Because Ice is good against Dragon. Well, especially Lance's Dragon Ice because they're quad weakness. So that's why I like Piloswine and Mamoswine so much. It is another Pokemon that you're gonna need to have a move to evolve it, and that being Ancient Power. So again, with a lot of evolutionary moves, you're gonna need to go to the move reminder just to get that. So once you get there at Blackthorn, quick and easy Mamoswine for you. Next one is Rhyperior. Rhyperior? Honestly, I don't know why this thing was even made. Rhydon was such a good Pokemon. I mean, it had kind of underwhelming stats for, like, such a really strong-looking Pokemon. Like, I think it was, like, 485? But it was still pretty strong. Rhyperior just boosts that to the next level. High defense, high attack, high bulk, but very slow. The way to get it is that you're going to need the Protector, which is found, I think it was on the route near Mount Mortar, with the use of Rock Climb. So, and it is a trait evolution, so Rhydon has to hold it just to get it into Rhyperior. It is really good, it's just, it takes a long time just to get there, and honestly, if you pass up on Rhyperior, Rhydon is such a good Pokemon, as, like, alone. I can't remember when the Eviolite was introduced. I think, was it Gen 5? I don't know if it was Gen 4 or not. But if you pair that with the Eviolite, it becomes a really good tank. Next one is Honchkrow. Honchkrow is a surprisingly strong physical attacker with a bit of... Oh, the time's check. Oh, that's right, 6 o'clock. From what I remember, Honchkrow is either a defensive wall or special defensive wall. But I do know it's got a high attack stat. Just the downside, it's a Dust Stone, which is very, very late game in the post game. So I would honestly pass up on it if you wanted to use a Honchkrow, like, at all. Because you do get Murkrow pretty late in the game. It is incredibly weak. And it's not going to be a while until you get a Dust Stone. But if you do manage to get it, the payoff is really good. Next one is Macargo. Macargo sucks. Like, seriously. Why was this Pokemon locked behind post-game? I will never understand. It's a Johto Pokemon. Seriously. I have no idea. But anyway. High defense. Very, very high defense. And poor everything else. Especially speed. Macargo gets kind of the short end of the stick because it wants to be a really good physical wall, but due to its typing, chances are it's not going to survive. It's got 2 quad weaknesses of ground and water as well, so it's going to get shot on quite a lot. If you did manage to get those eggs from Primo, then I would say it's good, but the way to just... the journey to get it is not good. Slugma is such a weak Pokemon, it doesn't evolve until level 38. It's not good, not good. I'm sorry, Macargo, I want to like you, but you just make it so difficult. Next one is one I actually really do like, is Weavile. Weavile, very, very fast Pokemon. Alfred, fuck off. Very fast Pokemon, and it's strong on the physical side. Downside is that you're going to need to evolve it with the use of a Razor Claw at night. Also with Gligar into Gliscor. Just do that at night as well, because both of them are at night. But anyway, Weavile is the really good Pokemon. Dark Ice is actually a pretty good typing for defensive capabilities, but at the same time it really isn't, because it's got a quad weakness of fighting, and fighting is quite common actually. It does outspeed most things, so chances are you're gonna one-shot with its high attack stats, but it's on the frail side as well, so it's a bit of a glass cannon, so you gotta be careful with it. Ness, this is not Earthbound. Next one on the list is Miss Magius. Miss Magius is a really good special wall and a special attacker, but frail on most ends. Honestly, from a glance, it looks like a Ghost Psychic type, but no, it's a pure Ghost type. Miss Drevis needed an evolution, and it got a good one. Just the downside of it, just like Murkrow and Honchkrow, requires a Dusk Dome. And we all know that is a bit of a trek to get there. But if you do get it, it's good. A lot of evolutions are just good because Pokemon really needed them. A lot of Johto, a lot of Kanto Pokemon really needed them. Next one is Porygon 2. Porygon 2 is really good as a special attacker. It's decent across the board when it stats as well, and it's just an entirely weird Pokemon. Being with an evolutionary line that's not one but two trades to fully evolve it with evolutionary items as well. With that being said, the next one is Porygon Z. Porygon Z is a phenomenal special attacker. It's fast, it's got a really good ability of download as well. You just need to have the upgrade and the Dubious Disc. The upgrade is for Porygon 2, and the Dubious Disc is for Porygon Z. Porygon Z, yeah, just good special attacker. It's just entirely hard to get it into its final evolved form. Next one is Blissey. Blissey! This thing is a monster! And I don't mean as like an attacking monster. Oh no, it's shit at doing that. This thing is an entirely really good tank. Look at that HP stat. Yeah. This thing is not good in singles. It's mainly good at being good in doubles. It's a support Pokemon, so it's mainly there to tank hits and help your other Pokemon if they need help. And if anyone's seen like those videos of like the Gen 4 HP bars and like having an Infernape with close combat and watching a Blissey's HP go down, it's a long time to watch. But yeah, the way to get Blissey is High Friendship, I'm pretty sure. I cannot remember. I think it is High Friendship. The payoff is good. It's just you need to have a team that's structured around doubles, and for Johto, yeah, double battles really don't exist. It's not until Hoenn where we see many double battles. Next one is a Heart Gold exclusive, and honestly, I should have talked about these Pokemon from, like, ages ago. And this Pokemon is a fossil Pokemon, and that being the Heart Gold exclusive, Omanyte. Omanyte! Really good physical and special wall. It's slow, but it can tank hits. The way to get fossils here in Kanto and Johto is through Rock Smash. So all those breakable rocks, you have a chance of getting those fossils. So the Helix fossil is, of course, Omanyte. Into Omastar, really good wall. Just a little bit of a downside is its quad weakness to grass, being water rock. But other than that, like, I guess it's pretty good. Like, it can tank hits, just as long as it's not a quad weakness or something like that. And it's pretty slow to boot. Next one is the SoulSilver exclusive with the Dome Fossil, and that is Kabuto. Kabuto is the attacking bunch of the two. It's mainly there to be, well actually, it starts out being very slow, but when fully evolved, it becomes a fast physical attacker. Well, that's into Kabutops. I think it's both around level 40 when you get those Pokemon into the respected evolutions, and it's not going to be until Pewter City where you can actually revive those fossils. I could be mistaken if there's one in the ruins of Alph or somewhere else in Johto, but if you want these fossils being revived, you're gonna have to go to the Pewter City Museum, and that is post-game. So I don't recommend these Pokemon as a long-term party member for a Johto playthrough. Next one, with the use of an old Amber, yes, another fossil, and that is Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl is fast, it's strong, and it's entirely good. Rock Flying is kind of a unique typing at best. Like, there are a few weaknesses here or there, but that's just fine because Aerodactyl, it can be really good. Glass Cannons are actually pretty fun to use. It can be good, it can be shit. So Aerodactyl is the in-between. Next one is going into the Kanto starters. So we've already gone over Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle, so now we're going to go into those evolutions. So, that being Ivysaur. Ivysaur is the pretty just decent special attacking of the three. It's decently fast, but at the same time it's decently slow. Again, it's mainly there to just be a special attacker with the use of status inflicting moves like Leech Seed, Poison Powder, Sleep Powder, like anything it can do. It is my favorite of the threes. I do like the Venusaur line, and going on, next one is, of course, Venusaur, which is a fantastic special attacker. Grass Poison, pretty good typing. I do like this Pokemon a whole lot. It is a reward for beating Red. Next one is Charmeleon. Charmeleon is kind of the in-between with special and physical strength. It's pretty decently fast. Like, it's all good when, like, middle evolution, so there's not really else to talk about it. But into Charizard, however, it gains the flying typing. So, getting a weakness, like a ×2 weakness into a ×4 weakness due to its flying typing. Does it hinder it? Kinda. But Charizard can outspeed most things, and hits hard with its high special attack. There's nothing really else to say about the Kanto starters now, so moving on with Wartortle. Wartortle is the wall. The Wartortle. That was so bad. Yeah, it's good being a physical wall, it's good being a special wall, so it's depending on how well you want to use that to your advantage, it is pretty good. It does learn, when fully evolved into Blastoise, it learns a variety of water, ice, and even steel-type moves to boot. Even, like, a little bit of fighting-type moves, so it's got a, like, neat little coverage as well. Blastoise is a very good tank as well. It's decently bulky, but with really high defensive stats. Next one is Dragonite. Dragonite is the pseudo-legendary for Gen 1. Pseudo-legendaries are always at the base stat total of 600, meaning it is just strong across the board. But the payoff, it is going to be a long time for you to evolve those Pokemon. For Dragonite, the final evolutionary level is 50, I think? I cannot remember. That sounds right. I do remember Lance's illegal Dragonites. So, yeah. If you do manage to get the Dratini at the Goldenrod Game Corner or from the Johto Safari Zone, chances are you're going to have yourself a Dragonite by the end of the game, or probably by the start of the post-game, depending on where you're at for grinding. So, yeah, it's pretty good. From what I remember, it is a mixed attacker, but on the bit of the slow side. Inner Focus is a good ability. I think it has Inner Focus, I could be mistaken. But pseudo-legendaries are just not to be trifled with. They are really strong. And next one is the Gen 2 pseudo-legendary, being Tyranitar. Tyranitar ditches its ground typing in exchange for a dark typing, becoming a rock dark type. It is monstrously strong with its physical attack, but it is pretty slow. Everything else is really high. It's come with the ability Sand Veil, where it boosts its evasion in Sandstorm, so that's pretty good if you do have a Sandstorm summoner. But other than that, like, it's a pseudo, meaning it's gonna be quite a bit of a journey just to evolve it. But if you do, payoff, really good. That's about it. So, that's it for this page. So, I think what I'm gonna do is, that's it for, like, the Johto and Kanto Pokemon that I've been meaning to go over. And next is the Hoenn and Sinnoh Pokemon, and by God, there is a lot to go through. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this. So, I'm going to end things off. I think I might as well save the Hoenn and Sinnoh Pokemon for their own respective videos. So that's what I'm going to do. Next time on Pokemon SoulSilver, I'm going to go over the Hoenn and Sinnoh Pokemon that can be found here in Kanto and Johto. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you all will have a good one.